Welcome again to Championship Wrestling. I'm Dave Brown. Lance Russell taking the day off. He'll be back with us again next week. Boy, do we have some action coming up for you here today. We are going to have the tag team in our opening match. We've got this tag team right here. Billy Travis, Jeff Jarrett, and the third man in the ring is going to be Uncle Elmer. That's just on one side of the ring. That's just the opening match today. In addition, Frank Morrell will be here. Rip Rogers will have the Mod Squad. Also, you'll be seeing Joe LeDuc and Dutch Mantell. The Hunters, brand new rugged-looking tag team, will be in here today. And expiration of time main event coming up. Buddy Landell with Bill Dundee in his corner to go against the King, Jerry Lawler. Should be some great action. We'll be back to get it started in just a moment. Right, we're about set to go with our opening match of the day, a six-man tag team match. Hear the music, and here he comes. 7 feet tall, 420 pounds worth, leading the way for his tag team, Uncle Elmer. Oh, Elmer goes after him, and the opponents jump out of the ring. Elmer up there with some fine partners today. Jeff Jarrett. And Billy Travis, referee, says ring the bell, and here we go. It's going to be Billy Travis starting for his team, going against the Blue Demon. The Blue Demon's partners are the Masked Patriot and Keith Eric. Travis, good drop kicks, puts the Demon down to the mat. Demon trying to find his corner, get there, and get the tag on Keith Eric, which he does. Eric comes through the ropes. Billy Travis off to a fast start. Backs Eric into the corner. Fires him across the way. Jeff Jarrett flips him. That flip out of the corner. And Jarrett has Keith Eric going. Eric stumbles back to the corner and makes the tag on the Masked Patriot. The Patriot. Tag made by Jeff Jarrett. Here comes Uncle Elmer. Elmer spins the Patriot around. He let him have it with a right hand. Oh, there's that Mississippi splash by Uncle Elmer, and the Patriot down in the middle of the ring. Elmer drops down with a big leg, and it's probably going to be it. There's 1, 2, and 3. The win in the opening match here today for Uncle Elmer, Jeff Jarrett, and Billy Travis as they defeat the Masked Patriot, the Blue Demon, and Keith Eric. Time on it, 1:13 seconds, and quite a return for that man right there, Uncle Elmer, out of Horn Lake, Mississippi. If you can take a look at it, you can see that right after the Mississippi splash, Uncle Elmer just sits down on him with that big leg, 420 pounds worth. And that was it. There was no getting up for the Masked Patriot after that. We're going to get ready to go here and see if we can't get a second match underway. But first, I'm joined out here by a couple of guys, Rip Rogers. And Rip,
That's right, the Hustle Rip Rogers here in the Mid-South area. You know, I've traveled the world over, and I finally found somebody. I finally found somebody that can be my tag team partner. 6'5", 295 pounds from Munich, Germany, Baron von Bronner. At last, you have the tag team, the ultimate tag team. Somebody with speed, somebody with strength. You're looking at the beauty, and you're looking at the beast. You're looking at brawn, and you're looking at jungle tenacity. Let him have it, Baron. From Munich, Germany, all the way from Munich, Germany, Germany's own Baron von Bronner, here to raise some havoc in the Mid-South. 6'5", 295 pounds. Now we're going to show everybody who's bad, Baron.
We've got the schedule right here in a match right now. Just step right on in there, Rip, with his new partner, Baron von Bronner, as he steps in right now. Waiting for the signal from the referee, Frank Morrell, David Haskins in the ring already. And the bell sounds, and here we go. Match number 2 on Championship Wrestling. As we're really moving here today. Boy, we got some great tag team action still to go. So stay with us right here. Rip Rogers Boy, never at a loss for words, I got to tell you that. He's been around here for some weeks now. And he's been impressive. Got to give it to him. He's in there with big Frank Morrell now. Frank will weigh in about 260 pounds. Hey, he reverses and puts Rogers back in the corner. Let him have it with the right hand, and then flips him out of the corner. Rip Rogers complaining he had his hair pulled. Referee says, yeah, I know, I saw that. So he warned Frank Morrell about it. No hair pulling. Who's bad, says Rip Rogers. He puts a twist on the arm of Frank Morrell. You can see who's bad right back with a twist. Frank Morrell reversed it. Rogers, big forearm. He hit him with a fist. Can't see from this particular angle, but it looks like he is letting him have it with a right fist, too. Hey, here's Morrell off the ropes. I saw that, no doubt about it. He returned the favor with a fist. Morrell makes the tag on David Haskins. Haskins wraps up that left arm. Rogers went to the hair, grabs Haskins, pulls him back to the corner, and the tag is made. Baron von Bronner, Munich, Germany. Rogers claims he weighs 290 pounds. He actually weighs about 275. That's still plenty big, let me tell you. Our first look at him on Championship Wrestling right now. The Baron out of Germany. Forearm. David Haskins back on the rope. Referee trying to get him off the ropes. Von Bronner. Oh, those are the big bear hugs. Runs Haskins into the turnbuckles. Rip Rogers celebrating already in his corner. He feels like the Baron has things well in hand here. Von Bronner climbs up onto the middle of the rope. Onto the middle rope, and he came down right across the back of Haskins. Now Von Bronner, the Baron, makes the tag on Rip Rogers. Rogers drops down, double forearm across the back. Haskins, look out, thrown out of the ring down onto the floor. Baron Von Bronner down here after him. The Baron throws him back into the ring, under the ropes. Rip Rogers waiting for him right there, and out he comes again. Rogers says, hey, here he comes, Baron. He threw him right back out of the ring. Von Bronner, oh, runs him into the ring post. Haskins run into the ring post by Baron Von Bronner, now thrown back into the ring. Rip Rogers waiting for him there. We're 3 minutes into the action. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Von Bronner off the ropes with a forearm. Rip Rogers back outside now. Rogers calling for the Baron to throw him into the turnbuckles, which he did. Haskins really has been pounded on here. Tag made by Rip Rogers. He says, come on in. There's a choke by Rip. Von Bronner with a forearm across the back. Now he picks Haskins up, body slams him, drops with a cover. 1, 2, picked him up for the 2 count is all he got. Just a 2 count. 4 minutes gone in the match, and Rip Rogers coming in. Haskins snapped down with a suplex by Rip Rogers. Here's a cover. Count is 1. Said, oh, he's not going to pin him. Here comes Baron Von Bronner back in. Oh, he slams Haskins down. Picks him up by the hair. Into the rope. Oh, he's got that claw on him. Von Bronner with the claw on David Haskins. He gave up. Haskins had to give it up. Submission by Baron Von Bronner on David Haskins here. Frank Morrell in there finally was able to kick the Baron and get that claw broken. He's attending to David Haskins right now. Meanwhile, there they go with their hands raised. Baron Von Bronner and Rip Rogers. Impressive victory here today over Frank Morrell and David Haskins. 4 minutes, 43 seconds. The time on it. We'll be back.
Championship Wrestling, Sunday, May the 18th, 6 o'clock in Fort Knox, Kentucky. A supercard there sponsored by the NCOA Service Center. You be there, Championship Wrestling in Fort Knox, Kentucky. I want to tell you about Evansville, Indiana. It'll be Wednesday night, a one-night tournament. There will be 10 big matches to determine the Mid-South entry into the World Cup Tag Team Tournament in Tokyo, Japan. First round matches, Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka against Tony Falk and Abdul Gaddafi. Tojo and Jeff Jarrett against Memphis Spice. You will see Bill Dundee and Nature Boy Buddy Landell against Billy Travis and Uncle Elmer. Also, Joe LeDuc and Dutch Mantell against the Hunters. And the final first round match will have the Mod Squad with JD against Jerry the King Lawler and Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol, Rip Rogers and Baron Von Bronner with the first round bye.
Get out of here, punk. The girls is tired of looking at you, Jack. They want to look at two good-looking men. Now, we have got Billy Travis because he's mad at me or scared or whatever. He jumped over the top rope last week, handed me the belt, and run to the dressing room. Now I'm the champion. So he goes out and he gets 7 foot tall and 460 pounds. They don't come no bigger, do they, Budrow? But they don't come no tougher than the Nature Boy and a superstar. Now, we're not selling you short. You're big and bad. You went up to WWF, whooped everybody that was up there, and you're coming on back here to get your reputation and go to Japan and win 100 grand. Wrong, Daddy. This ain't no hoedown. This ain't no hillbilly dancing, and we ain't going to get married. We're coming to fight, Daddy, and fight we can do. So all we can say, Nature Boy, is they're looking at one half of the winners, and we don't care what team we go to wrestle to prove
That's right. Evansville, Indiana, smart up, Daddy, because when you see that Mercedes pull up in the back, Daddy, there ain't going to be no doubt in your mind that the big boys are in town. We're there for one reason. Well, make that 2 reasons. The first reason is to put Evansville, Indiana on the map. The second reason is because we're going to go to Japan, because we're going to win that tournament, just because the same reason, because we represented us and going down to the Superdome in Louisiana.
That's right, and we need that 100 grand so you can take that pretty blonde out when we get back.
All right, joining me now, J.D. Costello and Spike and Basher, the Mod Squad. And J.D.?
Cameraman, I want you to get a close-up of Basher here. I want you to see his face. It's severely burned on one side. I want to criticize this wrestling organization right now, because I tell you what, we get out to the ring, we fight fair and square, we follow all the rules that they tell us to follow, and you see what happens? The referee turns his back for 1 second, and Jerry the King Lawler pulls out a great big ball of fire and shoots it all over Basher's face. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it doesn't work in professional wrestling like that. This area may turn its back on Jerry Lawler and say, that's all right, King, but there's 2 men here that don't, Spike and Basher and J.D. Costello. We don't put up with that. Let me tell you one thing, Jerry Lawler, the way you fight fire is with fire. So I've got something that goes with bacon and eggs, just like Mutt and Jeff. Spike has got the matches. Basher has got the gasoline. You put them together, and what do you get? You get a lot of fire. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fight fire with fire. So, Jerry Lawler, let me tell you one thing. When you get into the ring, one of 2 things is going to happen to you. Either we're going to char you up so bad, we burn you to ashes. Now, we'll be sure to distribute your ashes among all your few fans around here, or we'll just burn you a little bit, so you'll be in terrible pain for the rest of your life. So you bring around any partner you want to. Bring in Austin Idol, Austin Idiot, the Universal Heartthrob. I consider him the Universal Heartburn, because we're going to burn him too. And let me say one thing else about the tag team tournament coming up. You're looking at the Southern Tag Team Champions. There's nobody in this area better than us. We've been a combination for a long time. We're the winners, and if anybody wants to forfeit their match, they can just go right ahead, because you're looking at the best tag team in the world of professional wrestling today, the Masters of Disaster, the Mod Squad, and that's all I've got to say. Get the microphone away from me.
All right, the ring is right there as we're waiting for you to get up there for this next match, which is coming up here. J.D. Costello leading the Mod Squad up there. And all the conversation about fire, well, I recall just 1 week ago right here on Championship Wrestling where one of the Mod Squad was a trigger man when they're the ones that brought the fire out here. So that's take Costello's words with apply whatever weight you want to them there, but don't forget that. They do, in fact, have the Southern Tag Team Championship belts around their waist, and they're right now handing those out of the ring for safekeeping.
let me tell you, the Mod Squad is the team in the area. Not Buddy Landell, not Bill Dundee, not Jerry Lawler, not Dutch Mantell, not anyone. Number one is the best you can be, and number one is exactly what you're looking at, Dave Brown, the Mod Squad.
We are looking at the holders of the championship belt. I can't take that away from them. They wear them around their waist. They are a very rugged tag team. Jameson off the rope, hit by a clothesline. There's the tag made. Here comes Spike in as Basher has tagged out. Spike. Oh, with another clothesline. Jim Jameson hits the mat hard. Jim's partner, Don Donovan, over in the corner. The Mod Squad.
These guys in the ring are habitual chronic losers. They don't know how to win. They're not trained. They're not conditioned to win like I've taught my men. Spike and Basher, they're the meanest men you'll ever see. They're from New Orleans where the Cajun people are mean. All they want to do is argue, drink, and fight. It's in their blood. They know how to win. You're watching the most destructive team in professional wrestling today in the ring right now. So everyone in the studio, everyone at home, sit back and watch.
Words of J.D. Costello as his Mod Squad is, in fact, pretty well in control of the situation here. Jim Jameson, they've had him in there so far the entire match. Backbreaker across the knee. And Jameson in pain. Minute and a half gone, and it's been all Mod Squad. They've tagged in and out of there half dozen times. Jameson hit again. In midair. Spike telling the crowd, look what we're doing here.
You see, wherever we go, look at that. Oh, he tripped and fell out of the ring.
He was thrown out.
Good sportsmanship. As you can see, Basher is going to help him back into the ring. He's showing good sportsmanship. He wants to give this guy an equal, fair break. That's very good, Basher. Thank you for showing good sportsmanship. I hope he doesn't trip. I hope he doesn't fall again. I just hope it doesn't happen. Oh, it's going to happen again. Look, oh, see, Spike, Basher tried to catch him. He tried to catch him, but you have to understand he's in a lot of pain today because of the burn he's got on his face. He's being a good sportsman again.
It's a real sportsmanship.
He fell down again.
Yeah, body slam on the floor. Real sportsmanship. Referee Jerry Calhoun around there saying, come on. Get him back in the ring if you're going to, quote, help. It's a right fist by Spike of the Mod Squad. Jameson, boy, Jameson just hasn't had a chance the entire match. The Mod Squad has been right on top of him. 3 minutes gone now. Jameson into the turnbuckles, tag made, and here's Don Donovan. Don Donovan's first appearance officially in the match. Oh. Big power slam. There's a cover. 1, 2.
It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. It's over with. Once again, my Mod Squad is victorious. The king of tag team wrestling in this area. It's not Jerry Lawler.
Oh, Don Donovan thrown over the top rope by the Mod Squad. And there they are in the ring, claiming their victory over Jim Jameson and Don Donovan. Jameson just trying to struggle back to his feet. And Spike planted a boot across the back of his neck to hammer him right back down to the floor. 3 minutes, 34 seconds was the time on it. J.D. Costello and the Mod Squad take home the victory. Back with more in a moment.
Another reminder, Championship Wrestling in Fort Knox, Kentucky, Sunday, May the 18th at 6 o'clock at Sadowski Fieldhouse. Tickets on sale at the NCOA Service Center in Radcliffe, Kentucky. I want to tell you once again about a sensational card Wednesday night in Evansville, a one-night tournament with 10 big matches to determine the Mid-South entry into that World Cup Tag Team Tournament for $100,000 in Tokyo. First round matches, Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka against Tony Falk and Abdul Gaddafi, Jared and Yamamoto Lorenzo against the Memphis Vice. Bill Dundee and Buddy Landell against Billy Travis. And we'll see Joe LeDuc and Dutch Mantell against the Hunters. Also the Mod Squad with J.D. Costello against Jerry the King Lawler and the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol returning to the Evansville Coliseum. A first-round bye goes to Rip Rogers and Baron Von Bronner. There will be 4 other matches. Remember, 10 big matches this big tag team tournament. Looking forward to it Wednesday, Evansville.
Stepping up onto the ring apron right now, Tony Falk and Abdul Gaddafi. And their opponents, Joe LeDuc, Dutch Mantell across the way. Looks like Joe LeDuc is going to be starting against Abdul Gaddafi. Gaddafi out of Libya. Joe LeDuc from Montreal, Canada. A couple of big guys, both of them. Dutch Mantell, Oilcroft, Texas product, back in Joe LeDuc's corner. And in Abdul Gaddafi's corner, his partner out of St. Louis, Missouri is Tony Falk. Falk winless still. Has not won a match. Has not been part of a tag team that has won a match. Referee in between them telling Joe LeDuc and Abdul Gaddafi both keep the fist open. Tag made by LeDuc. The Dutchman. Well, he went after Falk while he was over in the neighborhood to kind of keep him honest out on the apron. Back to Gaddafi, and now a tag made. Dutch. Well, Gaddafi up. Joe LeDuc planted the boot to the midsection. Gaddafi gets the tag. Tony Falk stepping through the ropes, wants a conference with Gaddafi. He may have been saying, "Why did you tag me?" Dutch Mantell over in the corner, watching his partner Joe LeDuc. LeDuc with a big chop. Tony Falk whipped into the rope. The knee by LeDuc. Joe makes the tag, and here is Dutch Mantell. Big Joe LeDuc, the French-Canadian lumberjack. His partner snaps Tony Falk down to the mat. Yeah, Dutch Mantell looked at the corner and said, "How was that?" And Joe says, "Yeah, doing good." We're about 2.5 minutes into the action. Tony Falk finding himself in trouble here. He crawls over to the corner. Slowly made his way there. Got the tag on Abdul Gaddafi. Gaddafi, mean-looking son of a gun. Dutch Mantell going to work on the back of the knee. Knee by Gaddafi. That slowed Mantell down. Headbutt to the midsection. Gaddafi driving that shoulder into the midsection of Dutch Mantell. Gaddafi makes the tag. He holds Dutch up. Tony Falk jumps in. He grabs the Dutchman. He holds him up. Gaddafi, whoa! Dutch ducked out of the way, and Gaddafi hits Falk. Falk left lying in the ring. Joe LeDuc working on Gaddafi. Falk snapped down by Mantell. 1, 2. This one's over. Give it to Mantell and LeDuc. Some fine, fast action by Dutch Mantell and Joe LeDuc. And they may never have been a tag team before, but they sure protected each other well in that case right there. As they get the victory here in 3 minutes, 32 seconds over the team of Tony Falk and Abdul Gaddafi. Boy, Tony Falk back up on his feet. He's unhappy. He is still without a victory here on Championship Wrestling and anywhere else. LeDuc and Mantell head to the dressing room with victory in hand. Eddie Marlin Eddie, come on out for just a second. I want to talk for just a moment. Eddie, just fine. There was some conversation here last week involving the Southern Heavyweight title and Jerry Lawler's losing that title to Bill Dundee. One of the officials, referee Jesse Allen, was suspended. I just wonder if you could kind of give us an update on that situation.
Well, the AWA reviewed the film of the match, and they upheld the suspension. They didn't agree with the way Jesse handled the match. Neither did I. None of the fans had seen the match. So right now, it's no set time on his suspension.
No, so it's kind of indefinite.
That's right. It might be 3 months, 6 months, a year, might be permanent.
Well, I know it's one of those situations where the referee never wins any popularity contest. I don't guess it's a tough job to do, but you called it the way you saw it, and now the AWA has backed you up on it.
That's right. It is a tough job. Years ago, I refereed, and we don't expect them to be popular with all the fans, but we do expect them to call the match right down the middle, show no partiality, and call it as they see it, and look for things. Don't have your back turned every time something goes on. So we've got some letters out. We've got, you know, some good referees. Jerry Calhoun, he's a terrific referee. He moves around in the ring. He watches, and I think Jerry does a good job. And we want some more referees of his caliber. So we've got the letters sent out, and I'm sure it's some good men over the country that will answer, you know, our letters. And we'll find a good referee that will suit, you know, our needs.
All right, very good. Yeah, we've got to have it. Frank Morrell out here.
I just heard you talking today, but you're going to be looking for a referee. You know, Eddie and my wrestling career and some of the other wrestlers, I know how it feels to be on the other side sometimes when the referees make some of the decisions that you know and what you're talking about, and I've seen them done. And Eddie, it ain't no secret to you or these people. I've been around for quite a while and done very well. But you being promoter and bringing in the young talent like you're bringing in now, like Jerry and Billy Travis, and I could stand here for 20 minutes and name some more, but being around as long as I've been around, I'll be very honest with you, Eddie, it gets very difficult going in there night after night, being with these young guys. So if you're really serious about wanting a referee,
Well, I am.
I'd like to have the job, and I think some of these wrestlers that's been doing some of this stuff, I think maybe they might think twice if I was in there. And if you're serious, I'm serious, and I'd really like to
Oh, buddy, I'm serious, but I want you to know it's a hard job. You're not going to win no popularity contest, and it's hard work. And we want a good referee to call it right down the middle.
Well, I'll give you my word. I'll give it all I've got.
That's good enough, and I'll be glad to have you aboard, buddy.
Thanks.
So Frank Morrell,
Like we got a referee here. All right, very good. Frank Morrell looks like he's going to be refereeing matches around here. And boy, I tell you, with the size he's got, 260 pounds, and a rugged wrestler in his own right, I think the opponents in the ring better take notice of the referee in there right now. We're going to take time out. We'll be back here in just a moment. Guys in the ring right now over on the left side of your screen whose reputation has preceded them into the territory, and it isn't absolutely pleasant either, I've got to tell you. Talking about the Hunters, and we're going to see them right now as they go against Jerry Garman and Benny Traylor. Garman and Traylor, a couple of young wrestlers out of Mississippi. The Hunters, Southeastern Tag Champions. They wrestle all along the East Coast in Georgia, places like that. And boy, what we have heard about them is that they are a rugged bunch. Big power slam. Boy, he stays right on top of him, too. Garman and Traylor giving away lots of size and weight here. Benny Traylor being hammered pretty badly by first one and now the other of the Hunters. All the guys that are about the same size. They weigh in At a total weight of about 505 pounds. That gives you an idea. Each of them's going to tip the scales at close to the 250 mark. Up in the air, Benny Traylor.
Come on, boy. Get him up there.
Garman in there now. Traylor out trying to recover. He was really worked over. Look at that big arm. Boy, he hit him with the arm and the shoulder, and Jerry Garman just down to the mat. He just dropped him in his tracks right there. They make a tag. The other of the Hunters in here. A slam. And a cover. Might be it. Nope. Count of one. All he gets. Jerry Garman still alive. Fired into the ropes. The upper arm by the Hunter. Hunters make a tag. Jerry Garman just has had no chance against him. Oh, his snap suplex. Hunters just continue to pound on Jerry Garman. They worked over Benny Traylor early in the match. He's still over there. Looks like in quite a bit of pain as he's hanging onto the turnbuckle. There's a cover on Garman. Count is one, but again, Garman able to kick out of it at the 1 count. He gets the tag, and Benny Traylor coming back in. Traylor is greeted with a forearm across the back. This Hunter tag team has just been in complete control. Traylor off the ropes, picked up, power slam down to the mat. Here's a cover again. Count is one. He picks him up at the 2 count. Says, no, not gonna pin him yet. Instead, the Hunter makes a tag on his partner. He picks him up in a big bear hug coming off the rope, and he had to give it up. Got a submission. Garman and Traylor are going to lose it on submission here to the team of the Hunters as they are in here with their first match in the area, and they take a victory over Jerry Garman and Benny Traylor. Referee and Jerry Garman trying to help Benny Traylor out of the ring now. One of the Hunters threw him into the ropes, and when he came off of there, the other was set and grabbed him in a big bear hug, and Traylor had to give it up. So on submission, 3 minutes, 19 seconds, the winners of the match are going to be the Hunters. And the Hunters yelling as they leave, very, very happy. Hear the music. I think we got a guest coming out here. Camera right there was not who I was talking about. That was a Memphis Live. Here he comes right here, Uncle Elmer. Uncle Elmer, welcome.
Thank you very much. I didn't want to say, Dave, it's good to be back home to Memphis, but I don't live in Memphis. I live in Horn Lake, Mississippi.
That's right.
But it's good to be back home. I am here to stay. I am here to take some action. And you've seen what happened today. I am here to stay home.
All right, we saw the Mississippi Splash looking real good in here, and we're glad to have you back, all right?
And you know what my name is. My name is Uncle Elmer.
Uncle Elmer, absolutely.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you. Good to see you, and good to have you back here. Uncle Elmer back in the territory. Boy, I want to tell you, he hasn't gotten any smaller. He's 7 feet, 420 pounds worth of it. And right now, well, now that music. Got some guys coming out to that who are supremely confident in their ability. Here they are, Lou Winston and Jerry Bryant, the Memphis Vice. Here's Frank Morrell.
I just saw Greg Calhoun and Eddie Marlin, and it's all right, y'all. I'm going to get my feet wet right now.
You're going to referee right now. All right, Frank Morrell, brand new referee, just moments ago became a referee, and he says, all right, I'm going to start right now in this match. That's the referee. Yep, Frank Morrell, new referees, signed by Eddie Marlin. Winston says, hey, what's he doing here? He's the referee of this match. Bell sound. Frank Morrell says, ring it, and ring it we do. And the Memphis Vice going against Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, starting the match out of Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Paul Diamond, and starting for the team of the Memphis Vice, it's Big Lou Winston. Back on the ropes, Paul Diamond. Referee Frank Morrell. Winston was going to hit him with it. He was going to hit him with a right fist. That's illegal. Frank Morrell blocked it. Hey, and Winston comes away screaming. He said, hey, you can't do that. Sure can. You can't hit a man with a fist when he's back on the ropes. Jerry Bryant in now after the tag for the Memphis Vice. Bryant pulling hair, yanks Diamond down to the mat. The referee saw it. He did it right in front of Frank Morrell, and Frank Morrell pulled his hair. That's a referee that sees some of the tactics you guys have used here, and he's got his eyes open. That's one thing Eddie Marlin said he wanted a referee to keep his eyes open. Well, he's doing that very thing. So he stopped Winston from throwing a fist and Bryant from pulling hair here early in the match. We're a minute 15 seconds in. And this one's one fall, 15-minute time limit. Off the ropes, Bryant with a good shoulder button. And another one puts Paul Diamond down to the mat. Diamond, body slams Jerry Bryant. Bryant comes back for more. Diamond takes him right back down. Here comes Pat Tanaka. Tanaka out of Hawaii. He knows the judo, the karate, and any of the others that he needs to win the match. Pat Tanaka. Bryant gets the tag as he goes by the corner. Big Lou Winston coming in. Tanaka reverses it. There's a tag made. Here's Paul Diamond. They both send him into the rope. Upper arm by Diamond, a chop by Tanaka, a cover. Count is one. Big Lou Winston able to break the cover at the 1 count. Paul Diamond back to the corner. Pat Tanaka. Up on the bottom rope. He springs across there, landing on the upper part of the left arm. Lou Winston. Oh, Winston grabbing hair, throws Tanaka down to the mat. Referee saw that too and warns Winston about it. Bryant says, I got him. He's got him in a headlock, all right. And Pat Tanaka's down on the mat. Tanaka back up on his feet now. Bryant fired into the ropes. Steps over. Tanaka hits with a chop as Bryant turns around. Bryant thought he had him outsmarted. But Tanaka was waiting with a chop as he turned around. Bryant over to the corner. He's a little disgusted. Yeah, a little consolation here. And Lou Winston says, that's all right, partner. I've got the tag, and I'm going to go in here and take care of this guy, Pat Tanaka. A man's man, it says in the tights. That's Jerry Bryant in the corner. It says same thing on Lou Winston. Bryant in after the tag. He's still got Tanaka in there, but not for long. Tanaka now gets the tag, and here is Paul Diamond. Boy, this Diamond has really been impressive his time in the territory. On the comeback trail. The young Canadian looks good. Whoa. Pulled back onto the ropes by Lou Winston. And Jerry Bryant using that right hand on him. 4.5 minutes gone in this one as it continues with the Memphis Vice. Jerry Bryant in there now. His partner Lou Winston against Paul Diamond and his partner Pat Tanaka. Bryant was going to drop down with the arm. Diamond moved out of the way, but Lou Winston grabbed Diamond, kept him from getting to the corner. Now he gets the tag. Tanaka, Paul Diamond. Everybody's in the ring now. There goes Winston out. Referee sending Paul Diamond back to the corner. Jerry Bryant drops Tanaka down. Counts at 1, 2, and 3. Frank Morrell counted Tanaka out. What he could not see was Lou Winston from outside helping Jerry Bryant. I don't know if maybe we can take a look at it on replay or not. But Lou Winston, watch this. All right, there's Bryant. He drops Tanaka down. He's over by the rope. Referee starts the count, and then Lou Winston, see him? He helps Jerry Bryant hold him down for the 3 count. And that's the way they got it there. All right, and now the Memphis Vice leaving. I didn't see what was going on in the ring there. I think, did we get a reversal on that? Frank, let me get Frank over here. Frank Morrell, the referee, because we were looking at the replay on the tape. Frank, we were looking at the replay, and we saw what happened.
What reverse decision on that, Dave, because the guy had his foot on the other guy.
Okay, so you saw, all right, he knew what happened there, and the decision is reversed. That means the win is going to go to the team of Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka. I tell you, I think I'm going to like this guy as a referee here. We'll be back in just a moment.
In Fort Knox, Kentucky, Sunday, May the 18th at 6 o'clock. Also, want to tell you that coming up in Evansville, Indiana, Wednesday night, that sensational one-night round-robin tournament to pick the entrant to the World Cup tournament in Tokyo, Japan. No increase in prices. There, Billy Travis, the Hunters, a lot of great wrestlers, including one of Jerry Lawler's favorite men, Austin Idol.
That's right. I couldn't think of anybody better to call than Austin Idol for this big tournament. This is going to be one of the biggest nights of the year, not only for the Evansville fans, but for all the wrestlers involved, because this is an opportunity. If you win this thing, of course, you have to go undefeated, win about 3 straight matches, but to win this tournament sends you to Tokyo, Japan, and a chance to win $100,000. That's why I called Austin Idol. And speaking of him, I got a few words for him right here. Let's watch it.
Tell me again, baby. I love it, and that made my day. And tonight, Austin's going to make your night. You make sure you're here on time. You know, speaking about phone calls, I got one from Jerry Lawler. He said, Evansville is the site of the heaviest thing going down in a long time. World Cup Tag Team Tournament. Winners of the tournament to go to Japan to represent this area in the World Cup Tag Team Championships right there in Tokyo, Japan. Forget her, King. Forget her. My date's going to be with you. It's going to be on Wednesday night right there in Evansville. I'm breaking this one, and I'm making it for you. I love you, King, and I love you, Evansville. I'm on my way.
Dutch Mantell coming in now. You have Joe LeDuc as your partner.
Well, like Jerry Lawler said, this is the biggest night of the year for the Evansville fans and for the wrestlers, because $100,000 lays on the line. If you get through this tournament, you can represent the Mid-South, this area in Japan in that tournament. Me and Joe LeDuc is going to come in there, and it don't matter who we got in the first round, second round, or third round, you got to go undefeated to win it. But this is the type of tournament that makes friends out of enemies or enemies out of friends, because, you know, it could boil down to me and LeDuc having to wrestle Lawler and Idol, and, you know, we would step in the ring fully expecting to beat them. And we might have to wrestle Dundee and Landell, and I think we could beat them too. So we'll find out Wednesday night who's going to represent the Mid-South in Japan.
Be there.
Got to tell you, this one has the makings of a problem right here, because you see, oh, wait a minute. Here comes the King. He's up on the ring apron right now, but Dundee and Landell are both here. However, the referee in the ring right now, Frank Morrell. Morrell calls for the bell to be sounded. This is a single match now between Lawler and Nature Boy Buddy Landell. Down at ringside, though, is Bill Dundee.
I'm just coming over here to give this show a little class. Come on, Nature Boy, you take him out.
Lawler, Landell. Landell shoves Lawler back into the corner and says, hey, come on for more. Dundee down at ringside. He's pulling the jacket off. Frank Morrell, the referee, has just told Dundee, look, you stay out of it. But Dundee here in wrestling tights, now up on the apron, yelling at Lawler. Frank Morrell is saying, hey, you stay out of this. This is a single match. Boy, Lawler has got to be concerned not only about Landell in the ring, but also Dundee behind his back. Not a good position for the King to be in here in this match. Landell with a fist. Lawler answers with a fist of his own. Dundee up on the apron. I want to tell you, he's using a fist. First fist was thrown by Buddy Landell, the way I saw it there, Nature Boy. There's a top wrist lock by the King. Oh, down to the mat goes Lawler. Was there hair pulling? I think so. Yeah, the crowd says he pulled his hair. And referee Frank Morrell is saying, look, you got to cut that out. I'm not going to allow hair pulling, eye gouging, and hitting people with a fist in this match. Dundee reaching in, trying to grab Lawler. And Morrell has just said, look, you try that one more time, and I'm going to raise his hand. He's going to be the winner of the match by disqualification.
Will you shut up, Fatso?
Lawler hanging onto the hair of Buddy Landell. Dundee is saying, look, he pulled hair. Well, there he goes again. Landell trying to throw Lawler into the rope. Lawler hanging onto the hair. And Dundee can't stand it. Hey, he's pulling his hair. He did, twice, 3 times now. Dundee grabbing Lawler from outside. Frank Morrell is saying, all right, you're going to cost your man the match here. Expiration of time match here. The King against Nature Boy Buddy Landell. Bill Dundee running around ringside. The brand new referee, Frank Morrell, the ex-spoiler. Boy, he's been in some rugged matches, and he said when he was told Eddie Marlin he'd take the job as referee, look, I know what it's like to be in there and get a bad deal from a referee. Dundee picking up a chair down at ringside. Boy, this guy is everywhere. He's all around. He's grabbing a chair. He's grabbing for Lawler. He's yelling at the referees up on the apron. Meanwhile, in the ring, the headlock by Lawler on Buddy Landell. Lawler. I think he just scared him out of the ring there. Landell did not expect Lawler to be where he was. Lawler coming back with right hands. Oh, thrown into the referee. Lawler knocks down referee Frank Morrell. Dundee jumps into the ring. Morrell clotheslines him. Buddy Landell gets out of there. And a hand raised of Jerry Lawler. Disqualification is what it's going to be as Dundee jumped into the ring. Frank Morrell, the referee, blocked him from getting the...
That was right, Dave Brown. How did you say that was right?
What were you doing in there is what I want to know. You're supposed to be at ringside.
I told Dundee what was going to happen to come in that ring. And I did exactly what I said I'm going to do. And I'll do it from now on.
You got it. Frank Morrell says he disqualified him. He told him he was going to do it. He jumped in the ring anyway, and he disqualifies it. Now Morrell trying to get him out of here. There they go. Lawler watching from up there. Now Dundee and Landell head out of here. We'll take a break and be back with you in a moment. big championship wrestling action today. The return of Uncle Elmer, boy, still big, and boy, he was impressive, as he actually is the one that they got the victory for his team here today with Billy Travis and Jeff Jarrett going against the Patriot, the Blue Demon, and Keith Eric. Also the winners today, Mod Squad, Rip Rogers and his new partner, Baron Von Bronner, that new team of the Hunters in here too, and of course the King getting the victory over Buddy Landell when Bill Dundee jumped in there and got Landell disqualified. Lance Russell is going to be joining us again next week, and we will be back to see you with more of championship wrestling action.
We're sorry we